Hey guys, this is Alex, and as promised, this is part 2 of my Road to 10 Bill series. As you can see already, I'm at like 5.2 bill. Honestly, these were pretty extreme circumstances for how fast I was able to make money. You can ask Alex Sprites if you want to. He was watching me for like 2 to 4 hours a day. He was watching me merch like on a shared computer screen, but you can ask him. I got profit really fast based on this event right here, which was mainly the unique potential scrolls. That's how I made a lot of my money really fast. But I just want you guys to know that even though those circumstances might not be the exact same anymore, it's still possible. So and what I mean by it's still possible is that merching doesn't really change. Like, the tactics are always going to stay the same, and there's always going to be money out there to be made, just maybe the items are going to be different. So what I'll do soon is maybe go ahead and go on MapleStory and try to find out some better stuff for you guys. But as for now, just try to learn the tips and tricks from this series. First of all, you have to know how to talk to your customers. Also, it helps to know how to approach your customers. And to know how to approach different people, you kind of have to classify them. So a few different ways to classify people are the hardcore merchants. Now, these people are usually jerks. Their conversation will be really short with you. They'll always try to push prices, and they kind of seem arrogant when they're talking to you. These people, I don't like to trade with them at all, unless they have something that I want and they actually don't know the price, which is very rare. But there's those kinds of people. And then there's people like this guy that I just traded with. Now, what you just saw was he was going to give me that unique potential scroll for 10 mil. And then, I kind of kept working it up. Well, I was going to take it at 10 mil, to be honest, but I felt bad, so I kept working it up. Eventually paid him 500 mil. And these people are good because they don't know their prices. And if you're friendly to them, then what you can do is what I just did, which is trade them again later, or even buddy them, and just tell them that the next time they find something, just to message you, and then you get first grab at it before they start spamming in the free market. So I guess the second group of people is just nice people. Like, just if you're not a jerk when you're merching, you have a lot better chance of finding nice people and making friends, which is a good thing when you're merching. Make friends with people that you don't even care to talk to, because there's a good chance that they're gonna hook you up with a deal later. You know what I mean? It's not the nicest thing I've ever done, but it's a way to make money. So I like to do that. The next kind of people are the total noobs. They usually won't have very many good items, but they can have stuff like glove attack scrolls. I mentioned this in my last merching series. But if anybody is spamming, saying like the full stats on an item, and like this guy right here is selling a Tempest ring plus 6% strength. He knows what he has right there pretty much, or at least he knows about percentage and that it's good. But if he was saying like selling Tempest ring like plus 10 HP, 6% strength, plus 40 weapon defense, then there's a good chance that he doesn't really know what he has, because then he's just shouting out all the stats of the item. A lot of people will do that with glove attack scrolls, where they'll say like selling scroll for gloves for attack 60%. Like, if they say out the full name of the scroll instead of just like GFA 60%, there's a good chance they don't know what it's worth, or they just type really well, which is whatever. But you find people that are noobs, and it's really easy to kind of get the money from them pretty easily. But you just kind of have to approach the situation a bunch of different ways. If you have to, there's some people that are you can tell they're younger, and no offense to some of you younger guys, but a lot of younger people, when they're trying to make money or when they're trying to merch, are kind of douchey about it. And they like to pretend that they know what the prices are, and that they won't budge from their price. But some people, you have to be kind of tough with them and just talk them down. I don't know if I have any trades in this video where I'm mean to someone, but you have to do it sometimes just to get your way. But again, like I was saying in that last video, you know, you can never have too much variety when you're selling stuff, because then you're going to be open to a lot more people to make profit. And the last thing you want to do when you're merching is to have money just stuck. Because if I spent all 5 bill of my money on HP helmet scrolls, and I knew that they, you know, and I got them all for, I don't even know how much, and I knew that they could sell for a little more, if all my money is just sitting there, then I can't make any money. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. But so like I said, one more time, you gotta have a lot of variety, and it always helps, always helps to have an FM shop. This should be pretty much like a known fact to everyone that plays MapleStory at this point, just because free market shops are the only way that a lot of people make money anymore. But buy yourself an FM shop, even if it's just a crappy one. I rarely ever get a mushy shop, unless I get it from some kind of gachapon event, or like the Cash Shop Surprise event. Reason for that is they're too expensive in my opinion, and I still make money with a permit. And if you set up a permit, then you have a chance to go take a break, which is a good thing, because you can go crazy if you play too much MapleStory. I know I have a lot of money in this particular video, but if you're just starting out, and this is never going to be a really relatable series unless you guys have way too much money on your hands. But if you're just starting out, the best way that you can make money is to you know, start with scrolls. I think is a really good way to make a lot of money. But basically there's a few different sort of items that I start going for depending on how much money I have. If I've got a really low amount of money, I'll merch for scrolls. I'll merch for I'll really take anything off of somebody who doesn't know what it's worth. But the main items that you'll be able to get are scrolls. You'll be able to get some chairs, and you'll be able to get a few just odd equips, like things that are already scrolled, or just random things for random jobs. And once you start selling those, it should be pretty easy to make 50 mil. And once you make 50 mil, you can maybe merch some mastery books if there's any good ones left. You can merch some higher level equips. Like I've gotten you know, Empress Bowman gloves for 30 mil, and then even in this video you saw me sell one for 100 mil. Now obviously these prices might not apply in today's market, but there will be things that apply like this. You can get something for 30 mil pretty easily from somebody and sell it for 100. It's not that hard to do. But you know, and then once you have 100 mil, you can start merching for higher equips than that. Really the easy ways to make money, and this is kind of going to be the way to make money forever in MapleStory, is equip merching. Because with chairs, they used to be all the rage, because you know, once you hit 110 or 120, those were your final equips, and they were pretty simple to get. Or they were way too expensive and you could never hope to get them, so you would spend, you know, your money on chairs, and that would prove that you were such a badass. But the way MapleStory is turned, it's basically all about damage. So you know, as soon as you move up into that next category of mesos, you just buy the next highest level equip and just keep selling that, because someone's always going to want to improve their damage, and someone's always making new characters to you know, buy those equips from you. So you know, there's that. That is a definite way. Other cool things like androids, you know, mount coupons, stuff like that. Those are, you can get them for really cheap and still manage to sell them for a little bit higher. So those are another good way to make starter mesos. But once you get into like the billions, best thing to do is to, well, there's two ways you can go. You can go really high, as in buying something for like 5 billion and selling it for, you know, 8 or 9 billion, which is something that I do later in this this series. Or you can buy a bunch of small things, like you know, a bunch of unique earrings and then, you know, sell them for hire and stuff like that. So if you guys have any questions about how to help you merch, anything that I can do to be more relatable, or any questions I can answer for you, I'm all ears. So go ahead and leave me a comment. This is more a series for you guys than it is for me. I want to be able to teach you, but I know it is harder because the way that I kind of, you know, jump around in these videos, it's almost unrealistic. And these were like perfect meso making, you know, situations at the time, because somehow I happened to get a lot more money than a lot of other people really quickly, and so I was able to stay on top of the market. But you know, there's always ways to make money, so just give me questions if you have them. I'll try to answer them for the third video. But once again, as promised, this is part 2 of my 4-part series for Road to 10 Bill, and I'm just trying to help you guys out. So thank you for watching again. Those of you that stuck around, I know I've noticed a few of you in the comments have been, you know, waiting and watching for a long time, so thank you for that. If you're new, hopefully this video helped you. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to be answering any question that I get in the comments, so it's up to you guys. Thanks again. Have a nice night. Okay, and then this here is just a shout out. This is long overdue. I don't even know if this guy still plays anymore, but here you go, man. Umbre Kyoto. That's for you, I suppose. Alright, bye guys.